she's really found her passion. I want to say she's one of those very few people who are lucky to see that what they're passionate about is also what their profession is, what they're building their career around. So there are very few of these people. You often find that people are working or employed in this, building a career in that, but aren't quite passionate in those places. So they're having to balance these two things. Without too much talking, can we play?
Dr. Musabenda has global professional experience in Africa, Europe, and North America, having worked for organizations such as the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, and the African Development Bank, in addition to working for multinational corporations and international banks, such as Experian, BNP Paribas, and La Société Générale. Jacqueline is on the Board of Governors of Mount Royal University, a member of Statistics Canada's External Advisory Committee on Non-Profit Organizations, NPO, and their diversity, and a member of the Board of Directors of the Association for Nonprofit and Social Economy Research, ANSA, serving on the Governance Committee and as Secretary of the Board. She is co-chair of Joint Equity Diversity Committee at Mount Royal University, and she is on the Federal Nonprofit Data Coalition, FNDC, as chair of Nonprofit Sector Diversity and Equity Committee led by Imagine Canada. She is recipient of the 2018 Academy of International Business, AIB, QIB Best Paper Award in International Business Education, and the 2019 Academy of International Business Best Panel in Experiential Learning in International Business Curriculum. Jacqueline is also the recipient of the 2023 Calgary Black Achievement Awards in the Education category. She has been recognized as one of the top Black people making history in Calgary in 2023 by Calgary Regional Immigrant Employment Council, CRIEC. Jacqueline holds a master's degree in Geographical Applications and Information Systems and a PhD in International Business. She has a Project Management designation, PMP registered trademark, and is bilingual.
Thank you very much. I'm just looking at the things they say about me, and sometimes I'm just wondering, when did I do all these things again? My name is Jacqueline Musabende. I was born in Rwanda. It's a small country in Africa. I think you've heard about Rwanda. Unfortunately, our story is most of the time told about genocide. So I was born there. I went to Paris. Now I do remember friends asking me, when did you go to Paris? In 2004. I don't remember what I told you. For my studies, and this where I started to work for multinational, international organizations. Then I moved from Paris to Calgary. I don't know if you have my presentation. Can you try, please? So when I looked at Ashley's presentation, I was so impressed because I like to see people talking about their journey. I always wanted to talk about my own journey, but it is so complex. It doesn't follow your regular, journey. I think it will take me probably 2-3 weeks to talk about my own journey. I just to remember that my father died when I was very young. And something kind of tricked in my head, my mind, that I needed to do something to help my family. So I will orient everything about how do I get my family out of there. I was very young. So I always admire people who are able to put together a journey you followed, because mine is very different. So This is the title I choose for you today to talk about success. When I was asked to talk to people, I just went back to my experience with this whole thing of motivation and women. I was in this country, I've lived in many countries, and one of my friends invited me to this event. The event was called Successful Women. So she invited me. I was very happy to attend this event. So when I came in the room, you could feel that these women are really, really successful. You look around, it's like, wow. So I was there, and this woman started to talk. Say, hey, how are you? How are you doing? So one woman is asking the other, hey, you didn't talk to me about your ring. But when I talk about rings, real rings. Oh, she went on and said, oh, I didn't tell you. My husband just came from this country. He bought me this one. So the other one close by said, oh, you know, my husband was there too. Look what he brought me. So the conversation for about 30 minutes, we are networking. This woman, every single moment they're talking, it's about what their husband have done for them. At the time, I was not even married. I wasn't even able to talk about which Walmart my husband went to find me a ring, so I was out of job. Then at a given moment, they started to look at me. Oh, there is a new person. Hey, how are you doing? Very nice woman. Hey, so, oh, we heard you came from this country. Did your husband brought you here? I was like, nah. It's me, haha. I brought myself here. So from that moment, I started just to wonder, what exactly is a successful woman? I really have nothing against, as a woman, to find a good husband who's going to make you successful. That's when I started to check, okay, thank you, to think about a success is actually about you. You have to define what is a success for you. That's it. So if your success is to get a husband who's successful, which is very good, bring you, I don't know, whatever rings, whatever he does, that's good. You're successful. But that's your success. It's not mine. Well, I left this place, and since this moment, I never attended those events of empowering a woman, not at all. Because I thought I can maybe design my own success. So now, whenever I will be able to use this, here we go. I wanted to share with you how I live my success, what I mean by being successful. For me, it's very simple. I start by telling myself, this is about state of mind. So I was checking what is it exactly, state of mind. So there are so many definitions, psychologists, they have definitions, everybody have. But for me, I'm gonna go with this one. There's one definition, they say that it's mental state at a specific moment in time. So why do I go with state of mind is because I need the power over my dreams. I have a control because it's coming from my mind, my own brain. To do so, I need it to be in a state where I control my dreams, my success. Now, I've never heard about activists, so I've heard that, but I didn't know that I said whenever you want something, all entire world is going to conspire to get you that. My experience is the opposite. If I have a dream, ambitions, entire world is coming for me. That's not my only, I'm not the only one with this experience. Most of the time, though, black women, whenever you wanted to go for that, hold on, things are coming. What is coming? Those are barriers. There's so many barriers when you have your dreams. I wanted to stay here. Okay, stereotypes. Who do you think you are? Who are you? Or you are not in your place. There are expectations people have. How we should behave, what you should do, you shouldn't do. On the way toward your dreams, there are setbacks also. It's not like you will wake up, dream, and then get everything you want. It doesn't work like that in real life. Then, of course, how do I trust myself to be able to achieve those dreams, even to really get to where I want to be? So many challenges. Then there is something else, the risk-averse culture. Tell you why I'm talking about this one. You keep this in mind, risk-averse culture, which we live in here in Calgary. In Canada is a risk-averse country. Don't get involved in nothing, Don't start anything. What are you doing? So you have a path. Everybody know where you have to go. Do not try to leave your lane. Now, this is Mandela, so we can trust Mandela when he says, a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. We know what he went through. He had a dream for his people, for his country. He never gave up. The same thing for us. You have your dreams, then mountains are starting to come your way. Never give up. Keep this in mind. Do not give up. The reason being, by not giving up, you are building your resilience. So I hear people talking about, the resilience of Africa and the resilience and this and the other thing. Something you build. Because you have a dream and you are aware that difficulties, things, barriers are coming for you. So you're aware. I have my dreams, and no one said that I'm going to get there easier, but I know that you are coming. I know that these difficulties are coming. So you go back to the state of mind. This time is going to be you, issues, difficulties, stereotypes against my mind. And here you go. You will never beat my mind. Because you see here, it's mine. I saw you coming. Now, when I look at, again, what Mandela said, so when you look at this picture, actually, that's how I live my life. My life is designing. When I understand something, I design it. So I can use so many other like softwares, but I don't like that. I wanted to point in my mind how things look like. So that's how, for me, a success or a dream, or what Mandela said, look like. have ambitions, and I know I'm surrounded by mountains of difficulties, but I know where I'm going now. There's a big question here. What do you call winning? Is it to get a lot of money, good career, whatever you feel is? Well, for me, winning is I challenge everybody, everyone, everything I've seen in this world. You tell me that I can't do it? Good, let's see. I wanted to challenge status quo. Anyone, anything, a system that has been established, and forgetting me, I will challenge this system. And of course, it doesn't stop there for me. It's my way of paving the ways for other people to follow. I am a teacher, teaching. Look at some student. I can just kind of relate to them, some of them. And when I started to relate to someone, I tell them, hey, in 10 years, 20 years, whatever it's going to take, you are going to be teaching here. You will take my place. I know how I got myself there, so I can tell you how to do that. But I won't lie that that's it for me, winning or success is, you challenge, the system, and then you pave the way for other people. You started to look a little bit suspicious. No, that's not true. You got a good money, good career. You do what you want. You can travel business class if you want. There are so many things. Yeah, you were successful. That's what I call everything between. So now, talking about resilience zone. Is it Danny here? So what Danny is going to resign because she couldn't get a hold on me. But she's so resilient. Then she got me here. See, it does work. So now, it's good to dream and to win whenever we get there. But on your way, dreaming, winning, failures and everything else around you, keep this in mind. We said that for us, success, state of mind. We have a control over what we're doing. Those who are going to church, there is, I think I will leave you with that, in the book of Jeremiah 17:5. Cursed is a person who put their faith in a man or a woman, in a human being, and you forget your God. For those who believe, yes, you go for God, Jesus, whomever you want, or, whoever you believe in. Those who don't believe, it may be this force, which is for me, my mind, because God gave me this head, a brain, gave me the mind. So what I do with that? For me, a success is not only going out there, asking people to open doors for me, supporting me, because that's what you are doing, all of us. It's also about me giving back. And I wanted to show you what looks like for me giving back. I started by giving back to myself. It's very important. We forget sometimes to give back to ourselves. So you're a driven person. Well, I can go out there and buy myself whatever I wanted to buy myself because I succeeded on a project and I'm so happy. I'm giving it back to myself. I can also take a break. You know, Chica said I work late. It's true. I can work up to 3, 4 a.m. and I have a meeting at 8. I'm fine with that if it's something really I like to do. Surprisingly, I can sleep 24 hours, non-stop. I don't eat, I don't anything. I sleep, I wake up, I turn myself in the bed. I sleep 24 hours. I can do that. I just have to tell it to my mind, it's time to take a break, and I do that. And I feel good about it because I'm giving it back to myself. I've been working for a week on a project, sleeping probably 2 hours, 2, 3, 4 hours a day. Well, if I wanted to take 24 hours in my bed, I do that. I can give it back to myself. Now, giving back to me is also about building a supportive network. Sometimes you go to this event and you see people networking, how people network. It's very serious. Someone comes to you, what do you do? Go to the next. Because they are looking for something. But don't forget to give back. When I go to events like that, I tend to stay far, far away. Very, very far away. That's where you meet people who have something. Not something I wanted to take, but something I can grow. Because maybe I've been there, and my mind is always, you don't take. You need it to give. But to whom do you give? Sometimes you wanted to give it to people who look like you, who have the same things like you. No. Actually, that's not how it works. The real giving back is to take someone from where you were 20 years ago and say, this person, I'm going to get them where I am. So you go for supporting people, mentorship. You share your knowledge, whatever you know, your experience. You start a collaboration with people. So how did I get to actually contact Chica? I'm very selective, actually, when I wanted to work with people, do mentorship or things like that. Extremely selective. So something surprised me in her. We had this incredible event. People won awards, and then all of us were saying how happy we are or whatever, showing off. She did something incredible. She's the only one person who was nominated and didn't get the award who said something nice. She congratulated everybody. And I thought it was incredible. I said, there is something in this person. And that's how I contacted you, actually. Because you can, in your journey, read the people. Don't be scared by being humble or being yourself. Because nowadays, when you see, for example, motivational events, appearance, you needed to look a certain way, you needed to behave a certain way. It's so scary. We are in the world, which is scary. You feel like I will not get there. I don't know, you're shy or you're... For me, I never care about those things. Again, because I decided that my success is the state of my mind. That's your business. If you want me to look a certain way, I still am in control of my life. And let me tell you that there are people out there who are real. Because in this world, we don't have so many real people, things. And it's so scary when you are real. Well, that's not what the world is looking for. The reason why you need even to create your own place place where you want it to be. So then, remember to support equity, diversity, and inclusion. There's something funny. As you saw, I work a lot on equity, diversity, and inclusion. So they sometimes say, okay, so we're going to start trainings about this. And then they wanted to train me. Let's get real. You have a white male, middle-aged male, wanted to teach me. You guys, you look at me about how not to discriminate people. Most of the time, that's my reaction. Like, really? But then, guess what? We all of us need to do this whole thing of equity, diversity, and inclusion. And when I'm rolling in my eyes, I'm being hypocrite, actually, because I'm coming from Rwanda. We had a genocide. It was about discrimination, actually. Because people are not in the same ethnic group as you, so you think you have to kill them. That's the thing, actually, in equity, diversity, and inclusion. But that's not the only one thing. The reason why us, even people who are in, sometimes we say marginalized, but women, equity-seeking groups, let's find it that way. We need to open our eyes to talk about equity, diversity, and inclusion. Because whenever you meet challenges, when you have equity, diversity, inclusion in your mind, the first thing is to look at different perspectives. That's always how I do. Why this person is opposing me? There are different reasons. I have my will. You can come up with 100 reasons. As you are supporting equity, diversity, inclusion, when you are met with challenges, you start to open your perspectives. Put yourself in the shoes of the person. So as an example, you're in a company, there are promotions, the things they pass you wonder why. Well, it may be because of discrimination against women, it may be also something else. Can you try to be a leader once and see how many possibilities, reasons? So why would you do that? It's because you need to get to the yellow box there, creativity and innovation. Every time you think differently, maybe there is an if this is the case, when you have a mind of creativity and innovation, you find a solution. If this is the reason why they're not giving me promotion, then this is my solution. Then if this is the reason, but imagine when you have only one perspective, because you don't support equity, diversity, inclusion, well, you have just one perspective and you're not happy, you lost, and you don't even have mind to come up with solutions. So that's how I live my life. And sometimes people are asking me, well, you're doing so much things, that's just loud. Actually, no, I never see things like that. And things for me will happen in a way we are going to do that together. The reason why I am involved in almost everything is this. Any fool can know, anyone. Like now, we're talking, so you know who I am now. But the point is not to know. The point is to understand. What does exactly mean? I know, but I don't understand. So that's how I navigate this world. You come in a new culture. I don't know, in a country, they have a new culture. You started to see things around you. say, oh my God, now I understand. But actually, when you understand, you act. You act. We will see when you understand. You are different, your actions are different from someone who just know. Now, this is the moment I'm going to share with you how I live actually my life. When I left home, it was around 4 to 5. So I saw that this event is going to go on up to 8:45. If you believe that I can spend my 4 hours just talking, it's a big mistake. That's really 4 hours. I need to produce something in 4 hours. That's what we're going to do. So all of us here, we're going to dream. And after dreaming, we're going to give back. This is what I wanted to do, giving it back to Jacqueline, because she invited me to be here, and I'm very, very happy to see you, to be with you. And I think the time she puts in preparing this whole thing is not easy. No, I can't pretend to be able to organize any event. But when we're giving it back, I want all of us here to do something for me. It's not going to take long. It's going to take probably a couple of minutes. We're going to dream and to throw back something back. What I'm talking about, if you came here, spend 4 hours listening to my incredible, life, trying to, it's very good because it can change your life. Like you see, for example, I always cite people I really admire, like Nelson Mandela. For me, it's an incredible experience. The man has spent years and years in prison, and when he came out of prison, I don't know, maybe people were expecting an angry old man. No, he was just smiling at everybody, say, oh, let's have a peace, whatever. That's incredible. So I want us today to dream again, I insist. We're going to leave this place with a project, all of us. We are going to, you may be giving back to yourself because you spend 4 hours, you're here. Okay, give back to yourself, give back to someone you want, but I wanted to see something. What if all of us in this room put together our mind, come up with something? Should we just come here and sit and talk and say good and go back? Because again, success is not only what they give to you, it's what you give, either to yourself or to the world. Who wanted to dream with me? Anyone who has a dream who wanted to share with us? I have a project, I would like to accomplish this. Anyone, really? Okay, people who don't dream. We have a dreamer.
Hi, my desire is to support pregnant young ladies who decide not to go for abortion, but they want to keep the child and go back to school. So I have a desire to help them out somehow.
Okay, thank you so much. So this is like a business you wanted to do? Or just like a non-profit you wanted to help?
Non-profit.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else? One else who has a dream? A dream? All right. Okay. So, who thinks in this room that you have experience or something to share, you can help her understand at least this world of nonprofit? Anyone who wanted just to say something to her? Anyone? No? Perfect. So I have something for you. If really you wanted to start a project, I'm a teacher, okay? I teach how to put together a project, and I really wanted to help you with that, okay? I want you to invite you to come in September when I start teaching, but before that, of course, we'll work together. We need to come to my class, one of my classes, to talk to my student. Tell them about your project, and then from there, we will build you a project. It's a promise. Okay. So we will. So it's a long process, you know. You have to start the project. You need to find, of course, the founders, people who are going to give you money and everything else. But I'm so happy to work with you to get your dreams really come true. Okay? Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody who don't dream. I do have my own dream. And includes everybody in here. I'm organizing an event at my university, Monroe University. I believe that if you are in this room, there is a reason you are here. You just didn't come. And you have a story to tell. I want all of you in this room. You are not to get, you need to get away from me. I want really you to be part of my event. I'm organizing my event in October, you know, so when we start our academic year. And I really, really want all of you to be part of this event. I wanted to hear from you. It's not like, well, I have a journey, but I believe that you do have even a better journey you can share with people. You will have your own stage and then share with other people what has been your journey. So thank you very much. Again, remember, you dream. Whenever you started to dream, there will be difficulties. That's not a problem as long as you think in terms of state of mind. To this moment, this is what I wanted to do. And no one, nothing is going to stop me from doing that. They can delay, but they will never get you. And remember to throw some things back. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Jacqueline. Can we put our hands together for her? Okay, so that concludes our lecture session. And so we're going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break, during which, you know, I would like us to put some questions down that we're going to answer when we come back. So move around, stretch your legs, grab some snacks, have something to drink. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes for our conversation with the speakers where they can answer your questions. So thank you. See you soon.